Story time about the affair my mom was having with a married man while she was married as well. And trust me, this isn't a normal fucking affair story, okay? This shit is a sick and twisted story, so you will want to stay and watch. So if you've been watching my content for a while, you know that me and my mom were best friends. So my mom vented to me about everything, but you know, if you also have been watching my story, my mom was very abusive throughout my childhood. So I really don't give a fuck to be airing her business, honestly. Because my mom was a fucking snake my whole childhood. So it is what it is, okay? Before you come on me talking about airing my mom's business. So if you've been watching my content as well, you know my mom's very male-centered, okay? And so my mom always picks jobs that are very male-centered. My whole childhood, or after my mom got divorced with my dad, she started working at a gas station. She loved working at the gas station, okay? Because men at the gas station, as we all know, are men at the gas station. So my mom was being hitted on all the fucking time, and she ate that shit up. Well, in comes a man named Robert one day, okay? And her and Robert kind of hit it off. And now, on a daily basis, Robert is finding excuses to come inside the gas station to see my mom. And they're flirting. Days, weeks, months go by of Robert coming in the gas station to see my mom. And then it got to a point where he wasn't even coming to the gas station making excuses anymore. He would just come to the gas station to see my mom. And, you know, eventually they do let each other know that they're both married. But it gets so serious that they actually start telling each other that they love each other. So now my mom's like, I'm in love with a man, right? So now my mom's calling me and venting to me about Robert. And it was exhausting, okay? Because it's like, dude, he's a married man. You're a married woman. Like, what's going on? She'd be like, I have a feeling that he's still sleeping with his wife. And I'm like, you're still sleeping with your husband? Like, what are we talking about? And mind you, I'm taking this shit a little personally, okay? Because I recently had just gotten cheated on with my baby daddy. So now I'm like, this shit is not cool. You know what I mean? Like, I did not for once make my mom think that this shit was okay. But mind you, also, my mom's husband is a fucking pedophile, okay? I had him arrested when I was like 12 or 13 years old. So part of me was like, I hate this situation. But the other part of me was like, now my mom will finally leave the man that I had arrested for being a goddamn pedophile. So it was like, I loved it and I hated it, you know? Because I was finally like, oh my God, my mom's gonna leave my abuser. Thank fucking God. But on the other hand, I'm like, dude, this is fucking sick. And there's a woman out here that's going to be devastated over this. And this is where shit gets sick, okay? Because this man's like trying to convince my mom that he's not still sleeping with his wife. And my mom's like, I just hate that you still, like, do you still sleep in the same bed as her? Like, can you like maybe sleep in a guest bedroom? And he was like, dude, I haven't slept with my wife in forever. And to prove it to you, which he would be dead if I was the wife. To prove it to you, we have cameras in every single one of our bedrooms in our house. We have a camera in the living room. We have a camera in the kitchen. We have a camera in every single bedroom in the goddamn house. So, to prove to you that I'm not sleeping with my wife, here's the username and here's the password to my security system so you can watch in live time what's going on in my household. So my mom comes to Texas to visit me, right? My mom was in Florida. She came to Texas to visit me and she's telling me about this. And she was like, and look at her right now. She's in the kitchen doing dishes. I'm literally watching a woman doing her dishes in the fucking kitchen. And she's like, and look how dirty the house is. Like, look at all of his laundry on the bed. She doesn't even do his laundry. What? What are we doing right now? And I'm actually feeling rage for the goddamn wife, okay? Because I'm like, if I was the wife, this is one of those times where I'd be like, yeah, I get why she killed her fucking husband. Because what do you mean you gave your fucking mistress our camera passwords and she was watching me on a daily basis? My mom was obsessed. She watched this woman every single fucking day. And mind you, my mom FaceTimed him around me too. So she like introduced me to this man. And I knew right off the bat, this man was a fucking arrogant asshole. He was fucking arrogant. Like the first time we met, he was like, God, you're so pale. And it's like, you fucking bald fucking fat bitch. This man was bald and this man had a beer gut. Like, this man was not that guy by no means. So anyway, now they're coming up with a plan on how they're gonna leave their spouses and run away together. So my mom tells me, hey, I'm gonna leave my husband. He's gonna leave his wife and we're gonna run away to North Carolina together. Mind you, my sister's living with my mom at this point. So my sister's having to like be a part of this plan. My sister was an adult, but whatever. She had to be a part of this. And that's exactly what happens. They move into a shithole apartment in North Carolina. And almost immediately there's issues. It's a very small apartment, so they're very confided. Like both of them are used to coming from homes and like a nice normal living situation, and now they're living in like, you know, Section 8. And they're not really getting along, right? Because it's just not an ideal situation. So in one morning in particular, my sister calls me and she was like, hey, you know, Robert really hurt my feelings this morning. And I'm like, what happened? And she was like, Robert came out into the living room and asked us what we wanted for breakfast. And she offered, hey, maybe you can go grab donuts. That's easy. That's quick. And he was like, I don't know if you should eat donuts. I think you should eat a salad. Mind you, my sister's obese. He said this right in front of my mother, and my mother said nothing. They weren't even together living in this apartment for a month until he was like, fuck this shit, I'm going back to my wife. He goes back to the wife and he tells his wife everything. He tells his wife about my mom. He tells his wife about the plan, what happened, where they met. He told his wife everything. So now my mom and his wife are beefing on Facebook. And Robert didn't just tell his wife, you know, the basics. He told his wife that my mom douched every day because her pussy stunk so bad. He told my mom that my mom's tampons were green and my mom would leave them in the toilet and let them float around for everybody else to see. Mind you, all of this shit is true. Okay? That's why I was like, oh my God. Like, because I lived with my mom. I know my mom's fucking gross. She does douche every day. So I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe he's like telling his wife all of my mom's dirt. So then my mom, of course, naturally starts telling her all her dirt that she knows that Robert told her about his wife, right? So she was like, oh, well, I watched you on the cameras and your house is disgusting and you don't do his laundry and blah, 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 blah. Listen, again, if I found out my husband gave the mistress the camera passwords, he would be dead. Anyway, of course, naturally, now my mom has to go back to her husband. And so she does. And he welcomes her with open arms. And literally, like 3 days after my mom moves back into their house, he got my mom's fucking face tattooed on his arm. Talk about a little fucking pussy whipped bitch. Anyways, everyone moved on with their lives. I'm sure Robert's still with his wife. My mom's still with her pedophile husband. And it's as if nothing ever happened. Anyways, thanks for watching.
My husband cheated on me with 17 men and is asking me for forgiveness. My name is Sarah. I'm 30 years old, married, and I have 4 kids. 10 years ago, I married my now husband the traditional way. His family came, asked for my hand, and we got married without knowing each other. But after marrying him, I started loving him and I became obsessed with him. He was such a great man. We lived in one city, but his job was in another city. It was like a touristy city. He would go there for 25 days and come back to us, stay with us for 5 to 7 days, and we continued living like this for a while. He worked in hotel management or something like that. All I knew is that he worked in an area where it's full of tourists and hotels, and that's what he did. He saw tourists all day, every day. For 7 years, we lived the best life ever. We had 4 beautiful kids, and he was such a great husband and a great father. I'm a beautiful woman. I take care of myself, make sure my hair is good, my nails are done, and I always look good for him. I'm responsible for the kids. I do everything for them. I cook, I clean, and I take care of everything around the house. He only works and provides for us, but I'm the one taking care of everything else. 3 years ago, he came home from work out of nowhere and was like, you know what? We've never been on a vacation together with the kids. Just prepare everything and let's leave. And that's exactly what we did. The kids and I were ecstatic and so happy that we would finally take a vacation together with their dad. We went to a resort and we were having a blast for the first couple of days. We were all swimming and he was playing with the kids. Everything was going perfectly fine and amazing. One day I had to go to the suite to grab something, so I left him with the kids at the pool and I went inside by myself. I went inside the suite, I did what I had to do, and then I was about to leave, and subhanallah, right by the time I got to the door, his phone pings. He left it in the room before he went out swimming with the kids. I went to grab his phone so I could take it to him, and then I don't know what possessed me to grab his phone and open it and look through it. Keep in mind, he never gave me any reason to feel any type of way. I just opened it to open it. I wasn't feeling anything or thinking anything of it. As I'm looking through his phone, I see so many notifications, different apps, and hundreds and hundreds of messages between him and different women. I was so confused and didn't know what was going on. I couldn't believe myself. I'm just looking and scrolling. Nothing made sense to me at first. All the messages were flirting, disgusting, so inappropriate. There were pictures and videos and everything. I kept convincing myself and being like, you know what? No, these are just tourist people that he's dealing with. There is nothing between them. I was in disbelief, but I continued snooping and searching through his phone. Then I see a thread between him and someone. This person had a profile picture, and their picture was a rainbow flag. I didn't expect anything when I opened the thread of messages between both of them. But then as soon as I opened it, my God, the floor literally started spinning under me. I don't know much about it, but I'm 100% sure the guy he's talking to is gay. And one of the last messages this guy sends my husband, he was mad at him, telling him, why didn't you come and see me? You didn't like it last time we were together? There were hundreds of messages between the two of them. They were in a full-blown relationship, talking, sending each other's pictures, videos, disturbing things that I could not even fathom opening. I was just looking at as much as I can, but couldn't open and see everything because it was just so disturbing and disgusting. And subhanallah, right at that moment, he walks in and he sees his phone in my hand. He knew it. He saw my face and knew it. I turn around and I start screaming and crying and attacking him. And he panicked and he got so scared and he broke down. Literally, right then and there. He was on the ground crying and begging me to listen to him. And I looked at him and was like, explain and tell me what. I saw everything. He was like, no, listen to me. You have to hear me out. I was like, okay, what is it? He told me, hey, I'm going to tell you the whole truth. I was like, okay, what other truth? I saw everything. Then he dropped it on me like an explosive on my head. He was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It was just 17 of them. He's sitting there telling me that he only had a sexual relationship with 17 men. 17 men. I'm not gonna lie, I just lost it. I lost it on him and on myself. I'm like, 17? What are you talking about? So you're gay? And he was like, oh no, I'm not gay. I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, they're gay. I'm not gay. Sir, you had a sexual relationship with 17 men. What does that make you? Like, what? Just because they're openly gay and you don't identify as one, that means you're not? I lost it and I had a mental breakdown. I literally had to go to the hospital that day. And the whole time he's begging me and explaining it to me, trying to convince me why he was doing it. And I just couldn't. I can't. I got tested that day to make sure that I was clean. And I looked at him and said, hey, you have to get tested too. He looks at me and tells me, oh, we have to do it every 6 months. I guess he wasn't a manager after all, because apparently if you have to get tested for STDs every 6 months, what does that have to do with management? It all felt like a nightmare. I couldn't believe that I was that blind or that he was that good. This man is not a manager. This man is selling himself to tourists, to men and women, and he doesn't think that he's bi or gay. He was sorry, but he was justifying everything he was doing. I don't understand. How are you gonna cheat with men and not consider yourself at least bisexual? Like, what? That happened 3 years ago and I still cannot get over it. He still goes to work and stays about 25 days and comes back for a week. But during that week, I do not leave my room whatsoever. I don't talk to him. I don't cook for him. I don't do anything. We live 2 separate lives. I don't know where to go or what to do. Both my parents passed away and I'm all alone. I have no family to turn to. I have 4 kids and they love their father. And they don't know anything because they didn't tell anyone about what I found out. Nothing changed. He still does the same thing because he works and he goes for 25 days. So I'm pretty sure he's still doing the same thing. For the people that would tell me to just pick up and leave, I can't. I don't have the means to support my kids. I have no family, no money, nothing. I am so sad and heartbroken. I live in Egypt and I don't know where to go or who to talk to or who could help me.
Y'all, I literally just ruined a 3-year relationship and I I don't even know how to feel about it. I'm gonna just jump right into the fucking video, all right? So I met this man 2 months ago, okay? And I was under the impression that this man was an LPN. Now, the way that I met him was very organically. I was getting my hair done, and in the middle of me getting my hair done, I got hungry. So I went to go get food. I walked to go get food. As I'm walking to get food, there's a man sitting outside his car. We make eye contact. I continue. I go into the store. I come out the store. He starts following me. He's like, hey, you, I'm talking to you. I turn around. We exchange numbers. Boom. We link up. He still wants to take me on a date, but it's 9 o'clock at this point. It's a little too late for a date, at least where I am. Nothing's open except the casino. So we go to the casino, but nothing's open in the casino. You feel me? So ultimately, we had to just chill in the car. We had to. We chill in the car, whatever. We're getting to know each other. I mean, he's going to know me because I don't shut the fuck up ever about myself. Long story short, we ended up doing the do. Before we did the do, I let him know, because I didn't want to do the do originally. I let him know that I had chlamydia at some point this year. Yeah, I'll own it. I went and got treated for it, but I never went to go get tested again. I let this man know that verbatim. That's exactly what I told him. I had chlamydia, got treated, still haven't gotten tested since. Don't know if I have, if I'm being honest with you. Exactly what I told that man. He goes, no, you don't have it. Like, you took the medicine. Like, he's trying to reassure me, like, hey, you don't have chlamydia. All right, cool. I believe you. Why? Because he told me he's an LPN. He told me he's a fucking nurse, okay? As he's getting to know my personality, he's also letting me know, like, oh, I'm such a sweet guy. Like, you need a nice guy like me, basically. Like, because you need, like, the opposite of you. Someone that's going to calm you down. Like, he's really trying to get me to believe that he's such a nice guy, that he's a nurse, and he's not like the other guy. As he's saying all this, I'm like not falling for it, because part of me is just like, you're a man, you only want one thing, like, I'm not dumb, okay? After we do the do, this man is literally looking at me with pure fucking disgust, okay? He's looking at me like I just ate my own shit. Like, I don't even, the way that he looked at me, I never want a man to look at me like that ever again. He looks at me with disgust, and I'm looking at him like, what'd I do? And he's like, are you sure you don't have chlamydia? Did I not just tell you? I don't know. Mind you, as we're doing the do, he's literally like looking at my vagina trying to see if I have, I don't even know, warts? Bitch, what were you looking for? I go inside, all right? I'm done with his bullshit. I go inside. He calls me because I was upset with like how things ended. He calls me. He tries to make up for it. Okay, cool. I'm easy. He comes back the next day. We do it again. You would think that after he made such a big deal about the, are you sure, like, that he wouldn't want to fuck me again? Like, I don't know. Just my guess. That's what I would think. No, fucks me again, and then accuses me of having HIV. How do we go from STI to STD? I don't know, unless you gave it to me. I ended up blocking him because one day he texts me, hey, Jules. I respond within a few minutes, and I say, hey, and he literally didn't respond, so I blocked him. So he can literally never respond. That all happened last month, okay? Wait, does that make sense? I don't know. But this all happened last month, because the last time I texted him, it said 7/26, so that definitely had to happen last month. I don't know if I got the months right. It's just a blur to me. Yeah, when I tell you, by the grace of fucking God, for whatever reason, I don't know why this happened. I go get Gabby's hair done. She gets the same hairstyle as me. She decides within literally 2 days of her having that hairstyle, she doesn't want that hairstyle, and she wants to look like she's Korean because of the K-pop Demon Hunters. So I cut her some bangs and straightened her hair, but it didn't look as straight as it could be. So I was like, you know what? We're going to book you a silk press. Today's the hair appointment, okay? Me and Gabby, we go. Oh, let me show y'all Gabby's hair, okay? It ain't. All right, I'm getting my hair done next. Yeah, I'm going to get a sew-in from her. But anyways, okay, listen, back to the story. I go in, and there's this girl. We are going to call her, let's just call her Dream. I don't know. Let's just call her Dream. So there's this girl, Dream. And Dream went to high school with me, and we also worked together one time at Krispy Kreme. I'm like, hey girl, haven't seen you in so long. Like, how are you? We're catching up, whatever. We didn't talk the whole appointment though. Like, just keep that in mind. It's not like we were getting super comfortable, whatever. Some point in the appointment, like near the end of the appointment, we do kind of start getting comfortable, and I start telling them like, oh yeah, I had a psychic reading. I'm talking to a girl who did Gabby's hair, and I'm talking to Dream, okay? So I'm like, yeah, I got a psychic reading. I don't know how you guys feel about psychic readings, but like, yeah, she told me I'm gonna buy a house by 30 or before 30, and she told me I have my own business. So now we start talking about having our own business, okay? Dream starts telling me how she has a boyfriend, and he always says like he wants to help her, he wants to invest in her, basically start her own business, yada yada. I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool. She's like, yeah, like talking about her man. She's talking like pretty highly of her man too. She's like, yeah, he's Haitian, like I love Haitian men. I'm like, girl, me too. She's like, yeah, but he's not like, you know, the other Haitian men. Like, he's really just about his business, about his money, whatever. She says his name. She says this man's first and last name. Come again, come again, come again. Now, the reason why I know this man's name is because when he would call me, it would show his full name on the caller ID. So when she said that name, I literally was like, girl, nuh-uh. She's like, why? I was like, girl, what does he look like? You need to show me him. Now she shows me him. It's the man. It's the fucking man. Yo, when I tell you, I did not know what to say. Like, she had just went on this whole like tangent about her man. Like, they've been together for 3 years. He's such a good guy. He's not like these other men. Like, he's supposed to be investing in her. Like, all this shit. I'm like, bitch, I was just making that man a month ago. Like, I did not know what to say. Like, the girl, she's Brady's almost here. That girl was gagged. We're all gagged. Like, bitch, and the kicker is, he was on his way there. Bitch, she's probably whooping his ass right now as we speak. Oh my god. I have no words. I really don't. I did ask her if I could make a video before y'all were like, oh, now you're like explaining her. I asked her. I said, girl, can I make a video? She's like, yeah, just don't say my name. I got you, girl, but